it's pretty extraordinary. It's got such scale, I suppose, and it's it feels great to be here and be involved and to celebrate with everyone.
Season 1, it very much saw this family's world balancing on a knife's edge, and all it was going to take was a push from either side to draw blood, and Eamon drew first blood, and so he's very much plunged the realm into a tailspin of chaos, and you're going to see in this season it's all out war. There's definitely an element of Eamon that does feel bad about it, but there's also in his mind there's this sick kind of romantic element that he has. He idolizes Daemon, and so he very much wants to be a reincarnation of the Rogue Prince, certainly that's reminiscent of Daemon's younger years. He wants to be Daemon Targaryen, but he also wants to better him. It's very interesting.
Look, he does some pretty ghastly stuff, there's no doubting that. But there's something about he's got his own set of morals, which somehow, even though to the rest of the world they don't really make sense, but to Daemon Targaryen they absolutely do. And I think there's something about that that I respect ultimately. And I like him, you know. But I think you do when you play someone. You grow quite fond of them, you know.
A lot of the characters go on a very emotional journey. You see another side to them. Certainly Corlys and Rhaenys, Daemon, in fact all of them. Everybody's coming because we're grieving. A lot of it's because this season begins 10 days after season 1 ended. So we're still mourning the death of our grandchild. Of course it's Westeros, so there will be deaths, there will be carnage, there will be betrayal, and there will be dark politics, and it is epic. I'm looking forward to it.
Thankfully, when the show came out, we were most of the way done writing season 2, so I think it didn't get into our heads at all. I mean, obviously we were aware of it as we were making the show, but I think you're just trying to, you know, the first season is the big challenge because you're setting up something new. You're playing with almost an entirely blank slate. Season 2, now we get to build on the things that we did and hopefully just do it, you know, better and bigger and maybe faster. I don't know, fierier. It's a tricky adaptation because it is a history book. So whereas, you know, in the previous show there were thousands of pages to draw from, in this case we don't have as much, which leaves tons of room for invention. But as you can tell, there are some passionate fans around this series, so you're always weighing up making great television and also delivering expectations of what happens on the page. So I think that's where sort of, you know, George sits, and you know, there are very specific things he wanted to see in the series, and I think we've tried to deliver on those as best we can. The new cast this year, we have a host of people that actually don't come from the world of the nobility, and I think one of the great things about Game of Thrones, some of the best sort of character interaction comes from mixing social strata. And I think you'll start to see a lot of that beginning this year. So I'm really excited for everybody to meet all our wonderful new cast.
It's an absolute dream come true. I remember when I was in Ireland, because I'm from Ireland, I was watching it on my TV, and I literally was praying. I was like, please, I would love to be a part of something like this. And now to be in season 2, seeing all these people that I admired, it's like, it was just a dream. I kept trying to pinch myself because I couldn't believe it actually came true, you know? So I'm just very grateful.
It's so much fun to come back because everybody cares for everybody else. Everyone wants to do well. And I know that doesn't make for good stories, but it is what it is.
Just doing it day to day is it's really hard work. And so you don't ever feel any of thisness of it. It's just like doing a kind of, it's not like doing a normal job because the numbers of people involved and the numbers of the sets are incredible and all of that. But it's also, when it boils down to it, it's a show about people and you know, that's so that's always the focus. That's always what we're really dealing with.
It's like rejoining a family. You very much just fall back into the rhythm of things. I remember starting my first day on season 2, and it was like my first day of season 1 was the day before. It's brilliant.
Well, look, you want people to keep evolving, you know, and you don't want to sort of stand still with a character, but also you can't change it too much. So there's a fine balance there, but it's, you know, you're presented with new challenges every day with a character like this, and that's part of the allure of it, really. So it's good. Virgin Radio.